Sometimes the greatest success stories don't come from getting it right the very first time. They come from failure, lots of failure, spectacular failure, that forces people to change direction. And today's story, it's about a group of dreamers who wanted to make a video game, but ended up changing the way the whole world works.
Twist of Fate Radio.
In the late 2000s, smartphones were just beginning to reshape the tech landscape. The world was buzzing with new apps, new ideas, new possibilities. And in Vancouver, a small startup team is chasing a big dream. Their idea was ambitious, an online video game where thousands of players could explore a fantasy world together. Not just another World of Warcraft clone, something fresh, something different. They called it Glitch. The game had personality, whimsical art, quirky humor, a sense of exploration. It was unlike anything else online at the time. The team poured their hearts into it, raising millions in funding, writing endless lines of code, and crafting a world they believed players would love. But there was a problem. No matter how much polish they added, no matter how much money they invested, the audience just wasn't there. The gameplay was charming, but confusing. The learning curve was steep, and when casual players wandered in, most didn't stick around. The game launched in 2011 and fizzled almost immediately. Players dropped off. Growth stalled. By 2012, the company had to make the hard call: shut the game down. For most startups, that would have been the end of the story. Another failed project, another statistic in the brutal world of tech entrepreneurship. But here's where fate twists the story. See, while building Glitch, the team had faced a challenge familiar to anyone in software development: communication. With members spread out and juggling countless tasks, emails quickly became overwhelming. Chat tools didn't cut it. They needed something better, something faster, more organized, and more intuitive. So, almost by accident, they built one. It started as an internal tool, a messaging system to let teammates share files, search old conversations, and integrate with the other apps they used every day. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't meant for the public. It was just supposed to make their work easier. And yet, in solving their own problem, they were unknowingly solving a problem every business would soon face. When the game failed, the team realized something surprising. The game might not have caught on, but this little side tool, it had potential. So, they pivoted. In 2013, they released the tool to the world. At first, it seemed almost too simple, a chat app for teams. But word spread quickly. Startups adopted it, then bigger companies. By 2015, it was one of the fastest-growing business applications in history. By 2019, it was valued at over $7 billion, and in 2021, it was acquired by Salesforce for a staggering $27 billion. All because a video game didn't work out. So who were these developers? And what was this tool? The company was TinySpec. Its founder, Stewart Butterfield. And the tool they built out of the ashes of Glitch? Well, that became Slack. Yes, the workplace chat app that millions of people use every day to collaborate, brainstorm, and share bad memes during meetings was born from failure. It's a good reminder that innovation often hides in plain sight. Sometimes the product that changes the world isn't the one you even set out to build, but the one you stumble upon while trying. In the end, the game world they dreamed of creating disappeared. But in its place, they built something that changed the real world. Sometimes, the biggest wins come from the projects that don't work out at all. This has been Twist of Fate Radio. I'm Angela Clark. Until next time, remember, sometimes the smallest choices lead to the biggest consequences. Want to explore more stories like this? Visit twistoffateradio.com. There you can read more details about this story and others like it. Plus, you can submit your own Twist of Fate story to be considered for a future episode. You never know what twist of fate is coming next.